Hey, how's everybody doing? My name's Coupe and I'm back, and this is some more TitanFall gameplay, and I am using the RC-101C carbine. I think I'm close. I think it's just R-101C carbine. I put a suppressor on it, and I altered the sight. Now, what I wanted to talk about actually is the whole COD killer thing. Like, Battlefield said that they were going to be the COD killer, and then there's a lot of people saying that that TitanFall was going to be the COD killer, and I want to give a few of my reasons why. It's not that the game isn't as good, if not better, than Call of Duty, because in all reality, it is. It has everything that Call of Duty has, but then it has more things. It's basically it's better than Call of Duty. But the reason that it was not the Call of Duty killer is because you can't do things on the first try. Battlefield. It took Battlefield a couple of Battlefield games before they got a huge community. And like, don't get me wrong, they had a community before, but now they've got a huge community, and they basically acquired it during the Battlefield 3, and now Battlefield 4 has come out, and they have their own separate community. So, although there's a lot of people that play both, there's a lot of people that play Call of Duty and Battlefield, but you can't kill something in one try. So, whether or not like I said, Titanfall is better or of equal to the Call of Duty franchise, there's a few reasons why it's not going to kill Call of Duty on its first try. First of all, it hasn't developed enough of a community. Yeah, there's people that have been waiting to play it. There's people that have been playing Call of Duty since at least Call of Duty 4 or earlier that are aware that, yes, this team that created this game, Respawn Entertainment, they're the ones who literally made Call of Duty. They're the ones who created Call of Duty. They made Call of Duty, and then in the middle of Modern Warfare 2, they left because there was basically issues, difference of opinion on where the franchise should go, and they were being told what to do, and they ended up just branching off and leaving and starting their own company. And then they've been developing this game for the last 3 to 4 years. They've been developing this game. And this game is amazing. It's really smooth. The game runs like it's a visually stimulating game. It's a great game, but because it's their first go at it, they haven't developed enough of a community to be able to attempt it being a COD killer. No game can be the COD killer in one try. Because let's put it this way: as far as like MLG goes, it used to be Halo. If anybody played Halo 2 and Halo 3, it was Halo. Halo was the MLG, go-to game. That's where people went to for first-person shooters. It was MLG and it was Counter-Strike. But Counter-Strike is kind of like, it's not that it's died, but it's fallen off compared to what it used to be. There's still loads of people playing like an 11-year-old game, which is amazing. It's ridiculous. But in reality, it's not as big as it used to be. So why did Titanfall not do as good as people were hoping? Because it's their first game. It's not the first game of the developers and the creators, because they created the Call of Duty franchise. They made Call of Duty 1, 2, 4, and then they made most of Modern Warfare 2, which is Call of Duty 6. But then like I said, they branched off and started working on this game for the past 3 to 4 years. This game is amazing, except for it just might take a couple of goes. Oh, I was talking about Halo. Halo was the MLG go-to game, and now it's not. Now Call of Duty is the MLG go-to game. And, the pro circuit, that's kind of like where it's developed into. It's not that Halo couldn't take it there. It's just the fact that Call of Duty came by, and when COD 4 came out, it just destroyed everything. But with Titanfall, it's going to take a couple of games. It took Call of Duty, 4 or 5 games to start really getting noticed. So it might take, Titanfall like 3 games or so. In reality, even Titanfall 2, even if the community grows during Titanfall 2, I don't know what it's going to be called. That's just a guess. But even if Titanfall 2 becomes really big and starts getting a bigger community, it still won't be the Call of Duty killer. It would take, I would estimate, 3 games. Now, I don't think they're going to be coming out every year because they're one development team. Unless EA is going to try and do the same thing that COD is doing, where they have 2, and now they have 3 development teams working on games. So each team has 3 years to develop a game as opposed to 2. So in reality, Call of Duty's Titanfall is not going to come up for games probably, we could say at best, every 2 to 3 years. And it's going to take at least 2 Titanfalls to come close to getting the community and the amount of players that Call of Duty has. And it has the potential, though. That's the thing. That's what you got to pay attention to. Because it runs smooth, it looks good. You know, everything, you know, there's lots of different weapons. The implementation of the Titans, which is a huge difference. You know, there's lots of games that have Titans, or they're called mech warriors. But this is the kind of one of the ones that put the players as well as the mech warriors into it. So maybe for next gen, maybe when they are developing a game for specifically for the next gen consoles as well as for like upgraded PCs, then they'll be able to do things that they really wanted to do. Because in Titanfall right now, it's 6v6 with AI units, and those AI units, you know, they're a lot easier to kill, let's just put it this way, and they don't have the reflexes of people for some reason. They're kind of like really basic and not really all there. But it doesn't mean that the Titanfall doesn't have the potential. It has the potential to take down Call of Duty, just like any game does. It just has to develop a community, it has to develop a great game, and it has to be willing to adapt and change things. Alright, this is the end of the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you, you know, leave a comment down below talking about whether you think that, you know, Titanfall will ever be a Call of Duty killer. Does it have the potential? Does it have the possibility to become a Call of Duty killer? You know, is it just too easy for other games to steal mechanics? Like, I'm not saying that Titanfall was the first one to have the double jump and the wall sprint, because there was Mirror's Edge that had the wall sprint, and double jump has been in you know, arena-based first-person shooters for a long time. But let me know in the comment section below what you think. Is it possible? Do you think Titanfall could eventually be the Call of Duty killer? This is Coupe saying, rate, comment, subscribe. Dooch, dooch, skadoosh.